hello again. This is Tom Lenz. We are into Module 2 of the Advanced Lifestyle Medicine course. So this week's topics will mostly center around determinants of health. If you're not familiar with this topic, this will be a great educational opportunity for you. Sometimes in our training, whatever it is, health and wellness related, we're so busy into the weeds about what we're trying to learn that we forget to take a broader step back and look at what we're actually trying to do with the weeds we're learning, so to speak. So what are the things that really determine health, and are we addressing those as health and wellness professionals in your day-to-day activities, working with folks to try to improve their lives? Are you really getting at the reasons why they are there to see you? Whether that is for a weight loss program, manage their blood pressure, dealing with heart failure, cancer, whatever the case, whatever the significance of the issues that they have are you really addressing what the root cause of it is, or are we just doing something to solve the problem for that day and move on? So the determinants of health, at least the topic, the spirit of the topic, is to try to get to the root causes why people are the way they are in regard to their health. So there's a whole bunch of stuff to read for this module, and at least in numbers of different types of articles and pieces and whatnot. None of them are very long, but hopefully they'll give you a broader perspective of what determines someone's health. We generally think of what determines someone's health as just in their physical health. So what is their blood pressure? If that's in range, they're healthy. What is their body weight? If that's in range, they're healthy. If it's not in range, they're unhealthy. We all know there's much more to it than that. So what is that? What is the much more to it? What are the reasons why their blood pressure is the way it is, or their body weight is the way it is? There are many things that go into that, those numbers. Many times as providers or people who work with others in health and wellness, we don't get to that point with them. We don't get to what factors really affect body weight. So hopefully you'll get to start thinking about that differently here. So in this chapter, or module I should say. This slide is one that I use to describe our Center for Health Promotion and Well-Being. If this isn't something you're familiar with, the Lifestyle Medicine Certificate Program, the Masters of Science in Health and Wellness Coaching, our bachelor's degree in Healthy Lifestyle Management, they all come under a larger umbrella called the Center for Health Promotion and Well-Being. One of the major components of that project are the academic programs, which I just mentioned. We also have a research side and an employee and student wellness side to it. They're all integrated. Each of them plays off the other, but their foundation is all the same. When we started to look at doing something as far as a Center for Health Promotion and Well-Being, what we started with was this whole concept of what determines someone's health. We knew we wanted to do more than just the biomedical model and what we're used to in our healthcare system today. So we need to do a little exploring of what that was, and so part of that is what you're going to read. What we found out was that only 20%, and that by many accounts is probably generous, but only about 20% of what determines an individual's health or a population's health is their clinical status. Okay, what you're looking at in this particular diagram here is this blue part here, the blue wedge. It's hard to see it with the lines there, but with the words. But only about 20% of what determines your health, my health, the health of our workplace, our neighborhood, our city we live in, is the clinical status. Basically, the health sciences programs that we base so much on, our healthcare system in the U.S., which we talked about last week, is really focused mostly on 20% of what determines someone's health. And by all accounts, you want to talk about a social justice issue, there's one right there. We're not addressing the whole person, right? So there's a whole other 80%. So what we did was, our nickname for this center is the Center for Health Promotion and Wellbeing. The nickname we use is the 80% Center, because what we're doing is everything besides that, at least what we hope to do anyway. So what's the rest of the 80%? And at least what can we significantly have an effect on the rest of the 80%? Well, a lot of it is social and economic factors for an individual. Certainly their behavioral choices is one, and their physical environment. Those largely make up the rest of the 80%. Certainly genetics is in there too, but those are the major components that we are focusing on for this Center for Health Promotion and Wellbeing. So what does that mean for us? So, for us in this class, and where does lifestyle medicine fit into that? One of the documents that I put together for you is to try to define health, wellness, lifestyle medicine, well-being, whole person health. Because those are topics, or at least terms, that we will use throughout the course, throughout the whole program. And there's some that you should be familiar with. And to be fair, there's multiple definitions for all of those. And so what I put down there, and I tried to reference it afterwards, where I got maybe the definition or the inspiration of the definition, I guess, for those. So health, mostly when we refer to health, is, what most people think of is if I'm absent of disease, if I'm absent of illness, if I'm ambulatory, if I'm not in the hospital, then I must be healthy. And we know that there's much more to it than that. And the World Health Organization does a nice job of saying there's more to it than that. It's not just merely the absence of disease, that it's more of a well-being. So then you move into wellness, and a lot of people look at wellness as, this is kind of an old school definition, I don't have it on your sheet, but about physical and mental health. So if I'm good with physical, mental, and some people even work in spiritual into that, then I probably am well, or I have wellness. And then you look at lifestyle medicine, and to carry on with that, there's more to it for wellness than that. The definitions over the years have been defined and redefined, and really broadening the scope of what wellness is. But most people still think it in those contexts of physical health, mental health, and perhaps other things. So what is lifestyle medicine? In lifestyle medicine, I gave the definition on there specifically for what the American College of Lifestyle Medicine is in one of your readings. American College of Lifestyle Medicine, the Australian Lifestyle Medicine Association, and the European College of Lifestyle Medicine. The three of those entities came together and put out this definition, and basically what they say is lifestyle activities, healthy lifestyle behaviors, such as nutrition, exercise, sleep, stress, and they include a lot of things in there. Those particular components that try to prevent or mitigate or treat or even reverse chronic disease. So what lifestyle medicine, those associations are basically focusing on preventing disease. The difference between that and what you see in the model here and what we talk about for well-being is it's not just about preventing disease. This is something greater than that. Preventing disease still puts us in the biomedical model to a certain extent, because we're still concentrating on disease. What we really need to do is start focusing on life and not on disease. It really is talking about the positive rather than the negative. It's about going forward instead of always looking backwards. So what we hope to do, or what we hope, even though this certificate is in lifestyle medicine, it certainly is a major component. The lifestyle factors are hugely important for overall well-being, overall whole person health. But it's as the American College of Lifestyle Medicine has defined it. I think it's short-sighted on their part to define it like that. I think they need to broaden that out and to include some things that are more related to whole person health and well-being and whatnot. So that's where we want to be. We want these folks that we're working with to have their health in a place where they can then not be limited because of their health to do things that they want to do, to thrive in their environment, to have a fruitful life. And one of the articles that I had you read was from Breslow, and talks about the third era of health and health care. The first being communicable diseases, second being the management of chronic diseases, and then this third era that we're just hopefully launching into, and that is that era of fruitful living, thriving in your environment, so that your health is not the barrier, but that you can be the person that you want to be, because your health is at a point that is not an issue for you, and that's where we want people to be here. So then well-being is defined there also, as well as whole person health, and whole person health gets and so well-being, to go on that for a second, is a definition that I took from Gallup. They do a great deal of work in well-being. If you're not familiar with that, their website is fantastic. They have a well-being index on there that they collect a great deal of data, and they've got a lot to show and to say about well-being. And so I took the definition really from them, and you can look at the 5 components that they have involved there. And I agree, I think they're great, and it's all about thriving also. And then the whole person health is really where we want to get to, I think. Whole person health, to me, means that it combines everything into one. And we have a wonderful model here in the Ignatian Jesuit spirituality component from St. Ignatius about cura personalis. Cura personalis is a Latin word meaning care the whole person. It doesn't just mean for health care. It's broader than that. But we put it in the context here of well-being and talking about health in that way. So whole person health is very much central to the mission of Creighton University, but also so consistent with where we need folks to be within their communities to thrive and to be the person that they want to be. So that's essentially this week in a nutshell. So enjoy the readings. This is a fantastic module. I love this one because it really kickstart where we want to be and how we want to think about lifestyle medicine, and how that's such an integral component into this whole concept of whole person health. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm certainly looking forward to getting feedback from you. Thanks.